Rubery.
They give me a shout, so I thought, fuck it, I'll go over to this side of the city today.
Hold on,
you know what?
today, sir.
Doing the job nonetheless. Things I love to see.
Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave.
Switch on, boys. Every single one of you.
I'm liking this kit though, Mitch.
Like the kit?
Like the kit, bro. Looking forward to today, boys. No pressure.
Yeah, that's it, strong, isn't it?
Yeah! One more unit in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flick the heels. And high knees on the way back. Cullen. Red line, post on corners.
Yeah.
When we're attacking corners, Westwood, Cullen, Lloyd, you sit back. When we're defending corners, RTV, Hanks, Lloyd, you stay up top for the counter. The rest of you defend.
Oh, my ugly face.
Free kick, up to yourself.
I'm out of here.
Find the grass. You take the left-handed corners for me. RTV, right-hand side corners for me. Penalties, RTV.
Team to start. Tom in goal. Dave right wing back. Welsh, Mazza, Martin in the back three. Cyrus left wing back. Dan Wells, Brogue, Rob midfield. McGinley, Elliott. Boys, tactically we spoke to you all individually. We know what we want from you. It's a massive fucking game. Big 3 points. Go out there, work your bollocks off, show them what we are. You all ready for this today, fellas?
Come on, Rubery!
Hey, the one warning I'll give you, it's going to skid. It's going to skid off your surface automatically, so just be careful.
Tom, just be brave.
And the other thing is, boys, I'll say it again, I'll say it every week, we're a fucking better team than this. You go out there with the same heart and desire you have all season, we fucking win this game, yeah?
So good.
Boys, just quickly, same game plan as the SW Rangers game. We cut the full-back, we force them into midfield, and then we go and get them from there, boys, yeah? We outwork them today and we'll win this fucking game, yeah? Come on,
Big one.
Yes, people, welcome back to Sunday League Settings with myself, Big Fazza. Now, this week, we've got an absolute Christmas cracker of a fixture between Rubery Athletico and Austin ex-apprentices of the Redditch and South Warwickshire League. Now, less of me pattying. Let's get straight into the action.
Referee!
Now straight away we got a free kick on that far side. I believe that's number 12 Slevin for the Rubery Athletico boys. Gives a signal. Getting a bit of movement into the box. Whips it in. Onto the foot of Brogan. Comes off the post. Rebound. Back of the onion bag. 1-0 to Rubery Athletico. First shot of the game and the Rubery Athletico boys go 1-0 up.
Go on in, go get it!
You don't want it, Rob!
Now the one thing I will say about this game, there was absolute banter flying around on the sidelines from start to finish. Now as we get back into the action, ball over on that far side. Austin always going to be decent and comfortable in possession. Looking for one over the top into the runner Hanks, and I leave the rest for Gaffer Mitch on co-commentary.
Hey, Rubery, great
How's it, Mitch? Straight as a what?
Straight as an arrow.
Now back into the action. Ball played into number 7 Jack Wilson, who's always absolutely quality on the ball, but Brogan's playing that no ID, no entry game with him. Free kick. Ball about to whip into the box, looking for the head of Jack Wilson, who can't make anything of it. Number 5 Josh McKinley clears it, no further than Dougie, picked up by RTB. You got Dave in pursuit of him, but Dan Wells welcoming RTB into the party. Now fast forward a couple of minutes, ball played into RTB again, who's back towards goal, but right wing back Dave all over him like a rash.
Well done, Dave! Dave, well done!
Now RTB standing over the ball, but Dougie with his quick thinking sees the run and plays into the channel. Now credit where it's due to the big man at the back, Ben Welsh, who tracks the run. And another name we're going to mention throughout this game is Captain Brogan, who covered every blade of grass over there once again, putting it out for a throw-in. Now just in front of the camera, referee could have easily blew up for a handball then on Brogan, but he waves it on. You got Dave on the ball, plays a decent ball through the channel into the path of Dan Wells, who's got decent hold-up play, tries to play him across the 18-yard box, deflected, goes out for a corner. Now number 10 for the Rubery Athletico boys, Elliott standing over the corner into the box, but that's easy pickings for the keeper. Like I said earlier, it is a top of the table clash and a local derby, so it is going to be a feisty one. Now a player that I do know pretty well on the ball at the moment, Dougie, sprays a lovely ball out to this left hand side. I love the way it skimmed off the turf. Now ball played in once again to Hanks, can't make it through to RTB, and Dave all over him like a rash again, put it out for another throw-in. Now from that resulting throw-in, ball tossed into Jack Wilson, plays it back home. Now misplaced pass here by the number 6 for Austin, picked up there by Josh McGinley, who goes on a little wander. No support in and around him, but credit where it's due, does enough, and Colin deflects it off him, goes out for a throw-in. Now from that resulting throw-in, you got Elliott that plays into Slevin. Now Slevin has it back off him, he's got plenty of time to whip it into the box, but for some reason, he holds play, decides to go home. Now Dougie and the rest of the Austin boys get in and around him, Cyrus losing possession, ball played over the top, but Hank's in an offside position. Lionel's got that ruler out again, straight as an arrow.
Talk to Welshie, talk to Welshie.
Now centre of the park, you got Rob Shaw letting Dougie know he's in the game early doors.
Good man, Rob. Now, Jack. Now, Jack. You're right there.
Now I can't lie, the way my hairline is at the minute, I wish I had long flowing hair like number 7 Jack Wilson. But the man on the board at the minute, Josh, plays a ball out to that right hand side to Rob Shaw, but credit where it's due to Cullen doing his defensive duties, sticking a foot in, another throw-in. Now we are about 20 minutes in at this point. Ball over on that far side with Cyrus, who's frozen into the box. Cullen gets his head on it, Elliott allows it to bounce, so he's got men in and around him. Slevin plays out to this right hand side, Brogan can't sort his feet out, goes out for a throw into the Austin boys. Now having watched Austin more than a few times, they've got the ability to bop teams off the pitch, but in his first 25 minutes of the game they just haven't got into it. And I don't know if the hard work of the Rubery Athletico boys, epitomised by the man here chasing the ball down Brogan, has just got one over them. Now Now fast forward a couple of minutes again, you got RTB that's had to come deep for the ball this time, trying to spray it over to that far side, headed away by Cyrus, bouncing over the head of Dougie. RTB picks up the bits again. You got Brogan and Elliot putting the pressure on, and the Austin boys have got to go home and start again.
Yes, Brogan!
Josh McGinley letting number 3 know he's in the game, and once again Josh McGinley letting that Austin centre half know he's also in the game. About halfway through the first half at this stage, Jack Wilson on the ball once again, tries to play it down the channel, but he's intercepted there by Dave, gets his head up, tries to play Elliot in, keeper's off his line early doors though. Centre of the park, Rob Shaw with one ball over the top into the path of Josh McGinley. He's managed to keep himself on side, eventually gets it under control, gets his shot away, saved by the keeper, drops to Elliot who should put it in the back of the onion bag, but double saved by the keeper. Should have been 2-0 to the Rubery Athletico boys, but from that resulting corner, Elliot whips one in, keeper makes a hash of his clearance, Slevin helps it back in towards goal.
Levels to this game! You can have the ball all you want. We'll put it in the fucking net. Just gotta keep that shape. Yeah.
Absolute limbs on that Rubery Athletico touchline as they go and make it 2-0. Ball over on that far side with Cullen as Austin try and get themselves back into this game. But decent defensive work there by the Rubery Athletico back line. Eventually, they do win the ball and they have to clear their lines.
Man on!
Hey, referee! Referee!
People always ask me what I do with Sunday League settings. Wake up on a Sunday on my day off from work and travel up and down all over the place on cold wet days. It's for the battles and the banter on the sidelines. Now we're knocking on to 40 minutes at the game at this point. Austin still haven't managed to get their first shot away. Now ball played into number 9 Hanks. He gets his shot away, but it's dragged well wide.
Fuck off, you! Fuck off! Too easy, come on! Too easy.
Gaffer Mitch liking what he sees at the moment, and that's more hard work by Dave. Brogan plays another lovely ball through to Elliot. I've seen Pele do it. Unlucky there for the Rubery Athletico boys. Now from that resulting corner, Elliot whips another decent ball into the box, onto the head of Ben Welsh. Can't get the contact, goes out for a goal kick.
Who's playing where, son?
Now as the banter continues to fly on the sidelines, Ben Welsh touches the ball up the line, Dougie gets his head on it. Brogan helps it on into the path of Dan Wells, who plays it into the path of Elliot, who sees the run of Cyrus, who gets under control, gets his shot away, off the ball. Could have easily been 3-0 up at this stage, and Captain Brogan still setting the levels in that midfield for the Rubery Athletico boys. Now from that resulting free kick, you got Dougie that steps away from it, ball played into that back post, into the path of number 5, and that's the first save Tom Walker's had to make for the Rubery Athletico boys.
Tom Walker!
RTB still trying to break the lines and work something for the Austin boys. Pass intercepted there by Ben Welsh, and Dougie leaves one on Rob Shaw. Referee got put into the book.
That's it.
You little fucker, don't get me!
Come on.
As we're coming in towards the end of the first half, RTB still trying to work something for the Austin boys, playing it in towards Hanks, but Tom Walker off his line early doors. Now, Captain Brogan has been absolutely everywhere this first half, and he's also playing Now You See It, Now You Don't with their number 3. Things you love to see. Absolute housery on that sideline from the Rubery Athletico boys. But as we get back into the action, Elliot on the ball, plays it into Dan Wells, gets his shot away. That's easy pickings for the keeper. Now with Christmas just a few days away, there is sales on, staples are definitely open, there's rulers out all over the place. Mitch is asking the Lionel how much it cost. Lionel says straight as an arrow. Now a name I didn't mention too much in his first half, but what I can say is he broke up play and he kept things neat and tidy at the back. Is number 3 Mazza, quality. Now I'm going to have to mention Captain Brogan once again. I do believe he might need drug testing, to be fair, because he was absolutely everywhere in his first half. Just a shame he couldn't tuck that away in the back of the onion bag. Now as we're into added time at the end of this first half, you got the ball with the centre of the park with Josh McGinley. Plays a lovely ball into the runner Dave, who manages to cut it back to Elliot on his weaker foot. Hits the bar. With the referee about to blow his whistle up at any moment, we are going to go into the half-time break. Rubery Athletico 2, Austin Apprentice 0.
Hey boys, work rate, you give us everything, it means nothing. We're 2 up, it should be fucking 4 or 5. We've had 3 or 4 very clear opportunities. We say it every week. Work rate can't knock us. We have to be more ruthless. We have to be more ruthless. Second half, we get more chances. We have to score, boys. We need to keep going. It's been fantastic, but it's not done yet, is it? There's another 45 minutes left to go. Keep your work rate, keep your energy, stick together, we'll get 3 points. Be ruthless, that's all I'm going to say.
As we keep the same intensity for this second half, we walk away 3 points comfortably. Probably scored a couple of goals as well. But we have to stick at it. Concentration for 90 minutes. Stay switched on and we keep working, keep working. If someone looks like they're switching off, one of you wake them fucking up. Tell them. We don't switch off, we don't let these back in.
And it's just for me. We've just got to stay in shape, yeah? When we're staying in shape, they've got nothing to do. They can bop it about in their half. It's not causing us any problems. We have just got to keep shape. There's no point in one of the centimetre pressing because they're not all going, yeah? You'll know the time to go because the pass will be shit. And that's when we all go, yeah? Other than that, you stay in your fucking shape. Yeah?
The biggest compliment we can give you, lads, it's their 3 best players. They're having to come here to receive the ball and try and survive one of the passes 50 yards. That's all they've got.
Me as well. We scored fucking 1 goal off a set piece, and every other fucker we're knocking short. Why are we knocking fucking short? Stick it in the fucking mixer.
Now with them half-time team talks done and dusted, let's get the second half underway then. Now Brogan breaking up play once again, nicking the ball off Dougie, waiting for options. Elliot overlaps, managed to cut back on that left foot of his, plays it back into Rob Shaw, who's got plenty of time on the ball, carries it inside. There's no options on, but fair play to him, his hold up play is decent enough. Plays it back to number 3 Mazza, who turns on it and they go home and start again. Now between Dan Wells and Elliot, sticking a foot in and breaking up play in the centre of the park, referee waves on the advantage. Elliot plays it into Josh McGinley, who could get his shot away, but credit where it's due. Hold up play is decent enough, waiting for the overlapping runner Brogan, who gets his shot away, but he drags it wide.
Brogan, Robert, Johnson.
Now number 6 for the Austin Apprentice boys believes he should have had a foul, gives a bit of cheek to the referee. Now he's in the sin bin for 10 minutes. And as I say that, Brogan's over on that far side, breaking up play, even giving it bifters with Jack Wilson. Now the Austin boys still trying to click into gear as they haven't been at the races so far in this game. You got Cyrus and Dan Wells playing in and around the edge of the box. Cullen breaking up play. Eventually wins himself a free kick. Now ball played out from the Austin back line, but once again Dave wants it a bit more than the Austin lads. Comes away with it, got grass in front of him. Ball gets stuck underneath his feet eventually, and Austin do come away with it. Now it's a replica to what happened just a moment ago on that far side. Austin trying to spread it out to the wing. This time it's intercepted there by Cyrus. Decent control. Plays it forward into Josh McGinley, who gets out of his feet, but a bit of a heavy touch, and the Austin boys clear their lines. Now we're about 60 minutes into the game at this point. Austin's still trying to get a foothold on it. Cullen looking for options, plays it into RTB, but Brogan's playing no ID, no entry. Now fast forward a couple of minutes, ball over on that far side. Austin's still trying to work an angle and trying to get themselves into the game. Breaks to RTB, who for me goes over a little bit too easy here.
No, you dive in there, come! No, you can see his fucking dive there.
Now free kick, you got Jack Wilson and RTB standing over it. Looks like it favours the left footer, but RTB gets his shot away and he goes well over the bar.
Perry, stop him up! Get him up, Perry!
Now you know it's just not your day when quality players like Jack Wilson can't get the ball under control.
Hey! Referee, stop please!
Now as we welcome Shem to the party, coming on for Dan Wells, and Austin back up to 11 men. Let's get back into the action. Now Elliot got the ball centre of the park. Rob Shaw's on as an option. Decent hold-up play. Plays into Shem. Now Austin should clear their lines. Try and play it out from the back. Broken up by Rob Shaw. Helped on by Shem. Into the path of Cyrus. Gets his shot away. Blocked by the keeper. Josh McGinley picks up the scraps. Plays it across the box. Tap in for Cyrus. 3-0.
Cyrus! Oh, that you, son! That you, son! Sacked in the morning!
Now as the banter continues on the sidelines, Rubery Athletico add to their lead, making it 3-0. Now I've watched a lot of football and I've seen a lot of midfielders, but I'll be honest with you, this lad Brogan has covered absolutely every blade of grass again, won every single ball and battled for the badge. Now 80 minutes in at this point, and the Austin boys on that left-hand side with Jack Wilson, who managed to keep the ball in play. You got Ben Welsh that's over there tracking him. His deflected clearance off Jack Wilson ends up on the head of Slevin, picked up by RTB. Dougie's trying to keep the ball alive, but Rubery Athletico are dogging with their defending.
Listen, get goals gone. I need two.
Now as Garmson gets ready on the sidelines, you got Captain Brogan still doing bits and bobs in the centre of the park, being an absolute rash, causing the Austin boys to play their ball into the path of Shem, who gets out of his feet, but it goes well over the bar.
John, fantastic, mate.
83 minutes in, we welcome Garmson and Jonah into the party.
Runner! Runner! Good lad, Brogue!
Now Mr. Cool, Calm and Collective on the ball, Mazza, stepping out of defence, breaking up play, gets his head up, looking for the runner Adam Garmson, whose presence alone has had the Austin backline a bit shaky. Now the Lionel's been in that stationary set again. He's picked out the pencils, removed the rubber and got that ruler out, straight as an arrow. Now Hanks and Jonah trying to work something out, but credit where it's due to Slevin breaking up play. Ball played out to that far side, crossed across the box, but yeah, no one on the end of it for Austin. Now Dougie coming deep for the ball, trying to spray one over the top. Once again, the ruler's out, straight as an arrow.
What's your line, Jack?
Jack, you're outside again! Fucking hell!
It's your hair!
Perry, get him up! 50 quid that one!
About 85 minutes into the game at this point, and the ball tossed into the box. Decent defending there by the Austin boys, and they clear their lines. Now at this point in the game, all Austin can do is look for a consolation, and I will give credit to the man on the ball, Cullen, who hasn't stopped running all game, managed to win themselves a corner. And as we welcome Ryan Casey to the party, ball on for Cyrus, who's done a great job at left wing back today. Now knocking on to 90 minutes at this point, Austin have started to have their late rally. Ball over on that far side. Now Ben Welsh managed to block the cross, goes out for a corner. Short corner kick taken. Ball played back out to RTB, gets the ball out of his feet, whips it into the box. Jack Wilson can't bring it under control, but credit where it's due to the big man Ben Welsh doing his defensive duties, blocking it for another corner. Jack McGinn coming on to shore it up with a couple minutes left of this game as Elliott's ran his race. Talking about running his race, you got Captain Brogan still putting in the doggies. Credit where it's due, fella.
That's better. Go, Garms. Go!
Now unlucky there from Garms, waiting for the overlapping run of Brogan. Didn't come. Now talking about getting the shot away, you got Dougie, he puts it well wide. Now I've seen those reels at Adam Garmson, and I know he can absolutely slap goals in. I'm going to put this miscontrol down to coming on cold. Unlucky fella. Now as we enter added time at the end of the 90, ball breaks out here to RTB, who gets his shot away. Lovely shot, even better save that is by Walker in goal.
Organised, Mark!
Now the sideline getting antsy, waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. I think this pretty much sums up the Austin performance today. I don't normally give out man of the match awards when I come and watch games, but Captain Brogan set an example today, led from the front, battled for every ball, and that clearance there pretty much sums up his performance.
Robbie's injured!
That's the end. That is stoppages now, mate. Stoppages
now. On that note, the referee's going to blow his final whistle. The game is going to end Rubery Athletico 3, Austin ex-apprentices 0. I'm Big Fazza. This is Sunday League Settings. Thanks for having me.
mate.
Young Danny. Played.
That's how what we like, don't we? We like them fucking clean. We like them clean. We like them boys.
Chairman's happy.
What's up, brother?
Athletico! Athletico!
Athletico! Athletico! Athletico! Athletico! Athletico! Athletico! Athletico! Athletico!
Now, respect people, myself, Big Fazza, on behalf of Sunday League Settings, have a cracking Christmas. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bless up.